You're listening to the Super Sports Flash podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of the Super Sports Flash podcast. I am your host, Tyler Shibish, joined by my esteemed co-hosts,
Matt Nash
and Joe Will.
Yeah, and today it's about, 5 days away from the NFL draft, so that's what we're going to focus on. I'm excited. My favorite time of the year, honestly.
Yeah, I always joke around that it's my favorite time of year. I know there's a lot of holidays. You got Christmas, like Thanksgiving, you have birthdays, but draft day is like I get so excited. The night before, I always watch the movie Draft Day, and it gets me all hype and excited, and then Washington ends up picking somebody who I don't like.
Oh, you didn't like Montez Sweat or
all right, well not
Chase
recently.
Young
Not recently.
or-
Recently, it's been good, but
Yeah.
in years past, I've just been scratching my head at the picks.
Well, I have a final on Friday. The draft starts on Thursday, but I'm not going to...
And graduation.
Yeah, no, well, that's even less important. But who cares about graduation when I can watch the
Yikes.
first round of the NFL draft?
No,
So
I was laughing because I was like, okay, so my family all comes in Thursday evening, and the draft is Thursday night. Like I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be like
Not hanging
at
out with
dinner,
them.
like looking at the TV.
Oh,
like,
same.
They're gonna be like, oh, are you excited? Like, what are you doing after graduation? I'll be like, yeah, looking at the TV.
Yeah, be quiet, Mom. I'm watching.
And the radio station here is doing like a live like draft show where we're gonna be like watching it and like picking like who we think.
What radio station would that be?
Title 100.9.
Quick shout out.
Yeah.
Plug real quick.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Plug
have
it.
to like call in or something. Like it just sucks that I can't participate and immerse myself fully in the draft like I have been.
Oh,
years
darn
past.
it, parents.
Yeah.
How dare you
Yeah, how dare you
ruin
come to my
draft
graduation
Yeah.
and you too, grandparents.
How dare you ruin my draft experience by celebrating the biggest achievement of my life so far? How dare you?
So first I want to start off by talking about a player who got traded before the draft. We all thought he was going to get traded on draft day, but Orlando Brown Jr.
Yeah.
of the Baltimore Ravens, he wanted to play left tackle. He wanted to secure the bag, as the kids say, and he's looking to do exactly that. He got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't have do you have the details of the trade? I think it was their first round and a couple later round picks, like Kansas City's first round, for Baltimore's like late first round, and then, it was for their second round pick. So
I'm pulling up Adam Schefter's Twitter right now. Just give me a second.
Wow, we're slacking today.
I know, right?
It's not like me and Tyler didn't have like 30 minutes before Matt got here to plan this out.
Okay,
Instead, we're
that
talking
is-
about sharks next door.
Okay, so
That was crap. The city of Tuscaloosa has sincerely just really screwed the pooch. They shut down a major road, and I
Yeah.
had to take a 25-minute detour to get here.
well, they also didn't advertise that the road was shut down until you
Yeah.
were right there.
They're like, oh, hey, by the way, the road's closed
Yeah.
Yeah.
down.
All right, here's the deets of the trade.
Yeah.
I was able to get to it. Kansas City, the Chiefs, get offensive tackle Orlando Brown, the 2021 second round pick, number 58, and a 2022 sixth round pick. Baltimore, in turn, gets a 2021 first round pick, number 31, a third round pick, number 94, a fourth round pick, number 136. These are all from this year currently. And then next year's 2022 fifth round pick from the Chiefs. That's a pretty decently sized trade. Like, wow.
I also liked that after the Ravens had traded Brown, they went out and signed Alejandro Villanueva,
Yeah, they had that lined up before they even traded him.
which I think is good because obviously, if you're comparing the two players, Brown's better than Villanueva. But for me, it's about the value that you get. Like you can sign Villanueva, and immediately he's a pretty solid like offensive tackle. He may not be as
Yeah.
good as Brown.
Isn't he old?
He turns 33 in September.
That's pretty old.
But he's a good fill-in for Brown, and you get all those draft picks in return. So it kind of equals out in my mind. I just want to know how you guys feel about it. Like who won the trade?
I think the Ravens definitely won the trade. I mean, they got a lot of value for a guy that wasn't going to be there next year anyway.
Yeah, he
And-
didn't want to play. It's like I would equate it to Trent Williams when he just sat out the year for Washington, and I was like, trade something. Like you can get a first-round pick for him, but I can't remember who it was. Bruce Allen just sat on it, and
Yeah.
we ended up getting nothing. And it's like, if there's a guy that's disgruntled and doesn't want to play, I mean, just trade him, get some
Exactly.
value out of it.
Like it's an unfortunate situation for the team when a really good player like that wants to sit out. But I mean, it's kind of like Stephon Diggs too, in my mind. He wanted out. And so instead of being like, nah, we'll just try to make him work or whatever, we just traded him and got value.
Yeah.
And like last year, I mean, we picked guy whose jersey I'm wearing right now, Justin Jefferson, and that ended up pretty well for us.
It's
and that was
working
with
out,
the pick
so-
for the
Speaking
Bills,
of that pick, I have to say I saw the video on Twitter this week of the GM for Rick Spielman
Yeah, when they were laughing.
when they were laughing at the Eagles for taking Jalen Rieger over Justin Jefferson.
I think they were laughing because they were happy that they got Justin Jefferson and not because they picked Jalen Reagor. But it is funny, like,
Yeah.
because the entire room just starts like laughing when they announced Jalen Reagor.
I don't think anybody except for Philadelphia was really all that high on Rieger. I know I wasn't myself.
Oh, he was the guy that I talked myself into liking because Justin
I remember
Jefferson
we
was gonna
talked
be
about
gone.
it, and you're like, "Oh, I think that it's Rieger, Jefferson." And I was like, "Well, I'm not a huge fan of Rieger." And
I was like, I like Jefferson was my next pick that wasn't like the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like convinced myself to like Reagor because I thought we were going to get Reagor. And then we got Jefferson, who turned out to be the best rookie receiver so far in 1 year. 1 year in.
I'm still happy that we got
Oh, absolutely.
Judy. Here's the thing. As a Broncos fan, I have to take solace in the little things. As you can see, if you're watching the video, I'm wearing a Drew Lock jersey. I don't have much to be happy about right now.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio is still my head coach. Drew Lock is still my quarterback. And, we got rid of who I thought played better last year at running back, Phillip Lindsay. Our O-line is still young. We have one really good O-lineman and then like one other dude that's pretty good and then 3 young guys. The defense is so-so. It's got a bunch of holes in it, although we did fill one of those holes. And, I just got to find things to be happy about. So I'm happy we have Jerry Jeudy. And I hope he changes his number to 4 because that would be awesome.
That would be sick.
he had a pretty good year last year too.
He did. He had a lot of drops.
I know people were talking about his drops, but I'm looking at it right now: 52 receptions, 800 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Also,
Not
he
bad.
had near the top. I think he was.
He averaged 16 yards a catch.
I think he
too.
led the league also in like percentages of balls thrown to him that were uncatchable or something like that
Yeah.
from Drew Lock. So
yeah. And,
We got to talk about Drew Lock. We talked about it a little bit beforehand. I know
Yeah.
all these mock drafts have them getting a quarterback. I just don't think they will.
here's the thing. There's no point to drafting a quarterback at this point.
It's a waste.
We have other needs we need to accomplish. And if you can surround Drew Lock with good talent at every position, which we are very close to being able to do.
yeah, I mean it's just O lineman at this point, right? Because like last
lineman
year,
and give me a middle linebacker.
last
Micah
year was
Parsons.
literally Micah Parsons. I think would be a perfect pick for you. Yeah. But last year was literally the Drew Lock
The Drew Lock
draft. Oh my god, haha, laugh at
Drew
me.
got laughed at.
No, but it was the Drew Lock draft where they drafted Jerry Jeudy and then KJ Hamler, and then they drafted his Albert O, his tight end from
Albert,
his Mizzou
whose
days.
last name we're not
Albert
going to pronounce.
Okwuegbunam.
Oh,
There you go, Albert
wow. Okay.
O.
Matt had that ready for us. All right then.
Off
yeah,
the cuff. He
so it's
plays for
just-
my team, so yeah.
Yeah, it's just O lineman and then defense, like a couple defensive players, and I think you guys would be a really
Yeah,
solid
I think
team.
this is the last year I'm riding the Drew Lock train.
Yeah,
If he sucks
absolutely.
this year, then cut bait with him. And,
here's the thing.
and go and then you can
kind of like
probably
Daniel
get a
Jones.
Yeah, then you can get a good quarterback
Yeah.
next year. or
Well,
something.
next year's not a great quarterback.
Well, yeah,
draft.
the crop next year is.
So
This is the year to get a quarterback in my mind.
but I don't want to do it. I don't want a quarterback.
But
I
also,
want
you
it.
don't need you have the pieces on offense.
Yeah.
Like Drew Lock, I think can be good enough.
Here's the thing: just fire freaking Vic Fangio already. I'm begging
Fire
you.
Fangio into the sun. Matt,
Broncos. Just
every time we
Eject
talked
this
about the
dude.
Broncos
Yeah.
on this podcast, Matt always talks about how much he hates Big
I've
Man.
never heard
sucks.
anything positive.
Dude, here's the
He's
freaking
pretty
thing.
bad.
The only reason why he wasn't the worst head coach in our division is because we have the Chargers in our division.
Anthony Lynn.
He
yeah,
was so
does
bad.
not-
He literally.
I hate Anthony.
He was
People-
so bad that he made Vic Fangio look not terrible.
People like cite track record when they're like, "Oh, Anthony Lynn," but like literally, the Chargers, like if the Falcons weren't a team, would have had the most blown leads in
Yes.
like any game. I think.
It's
I think they still
ridiculous.
might have. The Falcons had the most egregious ones, but I think the Chargers had more.
Yeah. And they even blew a lead to us. Who blows a lead to us? We're the Broncos. We blow the lead.
Yeah, exactly.
We literally blew a 28-point halftime lead to the Vikings 2 years
Hey,
ago.
to
and
your
it was
credit,
all
it was
Vic
just
Fangio's fault.
20, I think.
Still, literally, the first game of the
was-
year last year against the Titans,
Yeah.
we blew the entire freaking game and couldn't beat Steven Gostkowski missing 4 field goals. How does that happen? How do you not beat Gostkowski on his off day? Because They weren't doing anything else. No one else was
Yeah.
scoring.
Meanwhile, you guys get to face Steven Gostkowski on his off day, and meanwhile he plays off and makes 6 field goals.
All right, enough of this Steven
yeah.
Gostkowski nonsense.
We don't
and
like Steven
pity
Gostkowski
party
in
over
this
here.
house.
Let's get into the draft. Let's just go through it.
Oh, who do you think's going first overall? My money's
Ooh,
on
I don't know. Mac Jones, maybe? No?
My money's on Pat Freiermuth, the mini Gronk. You can get
I'll
Gronk.
probably get him in like the second round.
You can
so-
get if you can get Gronk, you take him with the first. No, I'm just,
No.
obviously it's Trevor
Stop.
Lawrence. That's
so
not
we-
even a question.
We'll go pick by pick and we'll
All right.
say who we
Trevor
think they're
Lawrence.
going to get.
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence.
Zach Wilson.
All in
is
favor
also,
of Trevor Lawrence. Say aye.
Aye. All
All
right.
in
Moving
favor
on.
of Zach Wilson. Say aye.
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 And
This is where it
now,
gets interesting.
debate.
Yeah. Now we can
Debate.
talk about it.
Debate.
Let's go.
This
And
one's
talk about
interesting.
Bible joke.
I think that Mac Jones should not be the pick, but I think he will be. I personally think if you're picking 3, Justin Fields probably has more upside than Mac Jones. I think that Mac Jones fits into Kyle Shanahan's system better, though, and they will pick him. So in my mind, they are picking Mac Jones, but I think Justin Fields will be better in the long run, which is kind of heresy to say.
Here's the thing. I refuse to believe in Justin Fields at any capacity because he is the two kind of quarterbacks that I hate. Georgia quarterbacks and Ohio State quarterbacks. I therefore refuse to
okay.
believe in him at any capacity because no Ohio State quarterback has been good ever.
You see, I've made that point on this podcast, and I've fallen in that trap before, but I don't think it's fair to say that because I don't think he's really comparable to any other Ohio State quarterback.
Yeah,
we've
like
seen.
name a good Michigan quarterback before
Dwayne Haskins was
before
just-
Tom Brady. Like you could make that argument until someone's good, but
And
there
I mean-
always has to be someone.
And I mean, there's been great Alabama quarterbacks, but none recently. I mean,
like Joe Namath, and then
no, yeah, Joe Namath
Bart
and
Starr.
Ken
Oh,
Ken
okay, yeah,
Stabler.
yeah.
But after
Stabler,
that, I mean,
Bart Starr, Joe
who
Namath.
else has been all that great? I mean, Tua was okay last year, but Tua and Mac Jones is like the first time we've had Alabama quarterback get name recognition.
and Jalen Hurts.
I'm about to say,
Well,
don't,
yeah,
don't
that's
forget
true.
our
The
boy
three-
Jalen.
Yeah, I'm wearing his jersey. And I didn't even remember him. That's just sad.
No,
You are a
that's a Derrick
disgrace.
Henry jersey.
No, it's not.
Anyway,
Lies.
so do you think they pick Mac Jones? Do you think that they pick someone else?
I've gone back and forth on him because there was all that, rumors initially that they love Mac Jones, they fell in love with him, and then
and
next
then they
week
fell in love with Justin Fields, and then
fell
they fell in love
Justin
with Trey
Fields.
Lance.
How many times can they fall in love? It's like a confused college girl.
It's like
or
watching The
something.
Bachelor.
Yeah, well, that too. That was a little more. Matt's cringing over here, but no, I think they'll go with. I think they'll go with Mac Jones. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me that you trade from 12 to 3 to get him. But if he's your guy and you're worried about New England, Washington,
No,
someone else
see, yeah,
coming
that's the
up,
thing. I
then
think
you just got to get your guy.
Yeah,
He's the guy.
exactly. If you have a guy, even if you have to overpay a little bit to trade up, it's worth it.
It's like
It's
have
like
you
what
seen-
Jerry Jones said. He said, I've never done anything right in my life that I didn't overpay for.
Yeah. But if your guy's there and you can get him, it doesn't matter getting him. It's like I was on draft day earlier. Have you seen that movie?
No,
You have?
No,
is that the
no,
whatever? No
yeah.
matter what.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say. You haven't seen that movie?
No.
Watch it. That's your homework.
Who was the player? It was.
Vontae Mack or something.
Oh yeah, no matter what.
Yeah.
Well-
they get a linebacker at like 3.
Let's go and spice it up here.
All right.
I think that the Niners traded up to 3 to secure Trey Lance.
that is very spicy.
I think that they made this move so that no one else could get him and that they're going to just kind of mess up everyone's boards.
Well, here's the thing too. If you get Justin Fields, he's gonna expect to be the quarterback right away. But if I think so because
He cannot expect that.
I think he can. Whereas if you get Trey Lance, you can hold on to Garoppolo, who has a terrible contract and no
Yeah.
trade clause, and you can develop Lance for a year, and then you find a way to get rid of Garoppolo, and then Lance is your quarterback next year.
or hear me
Or-
out.
I
If
think
you
it's
get Justin
between-
Fields. You can do like the Patrick Mahomes, where he starts like towards the end of the
Yeah.
season, or like Lamar Jackson did that as well.
I really don't. Oh, the lights are on now. Lights
The
are on. We're getting serious
flickering
in
on
here.
and off,
I
and
noticed-
nobody will be there.
It was starting to get dark, so I needed to turn it on. A cloud passed by
The
from our natural lit window. so
Hash slinging.
Trash
Trash
bringing.
bringing.
Trash bringing.
I'm pretty sure that's copyright infringing.
No, it's
Copyright infringing.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
All right,
I'm just saying
all right.
words.
So Trey Lance, right?
Yes, I'm telling you guys, I think that this whole Mac Jones thing is a smokescreen. I think they end up going for Trey Lance, although they don't need to put up a smokescreen because
They
the
literally-
first 2 picks
yeah,
are
exactly.
guaranteed.
That's why.
Now
that's
I'm
the
more
only reason I
confused
think.
than I've been ever.
I don't
yeah.
get why
I
they
was
need
listening to a
smokescreen.
podcast on the way over here, and they were like, "Well, maybe they'll take Trey Lance," and it was like I had never even thought of that. My mind just
Yeah.
went.
I mean, here's the thing. The only we're hearing a million different reports coming out about the Niners, and they're like, "Oh, they're so in love with Mac Jones." Why the heck does it matter who they're in love with? Like, we know who the first 2
As long
picks
as they're
are.
happy, who does it matter who they?
But here's
who
the
they
thing:
love?
who's telling us this? Who's saying that they're in love with him? I haven't seen Schefter tweet about it. I haven't seen like any of the main guys tweet about it.
I definitely saw Schefter.
Ian
Did you see Schefter
Rappaport-
tweet about it?
Yeah, I
Were
think
they- I must have just missed it
When
because
it- when
I've
it-
only
some
heard
big
people
guys.
tell me that. Like,
When
Oh.
Rap Sheet came to, like, he talked on Zoom to the University of Alabama students. He said
Really cool.
they were enamored with
oh,
Mac Jones.
I was.
but I
doing-
mean,
he
he's
was also
not
talking to a University of Alabama thing.
Well, he said I can't like officially tell you sources and stuff.
yeah,
But he said like
But also-
I've heard buzz about Mac Jones.
but also that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
They
You
would
can hear
want
buzz about anything.
They would want him to.
And also, it would be awesome if he said that just because he was talking to a UA
Yeah.
student base.
come to Ohio State the next
Yeah.
day. I've heard buzz that they love
Justin Fields. Yeah, like the dude's just going around. He went there. He went to Ohio State. Then went to North Dakota State the day
Yeah,
after.
yeah, he's
Just to
just-
tell him that they have buzz about. Trey
And then he went to
Lance.
Florida, and he was like, "Oh no, wait,
Nah,
I
sorry,
I
guys.
heard Kyle Trask might be the move at 3.
I heard Kyle Pitts might be.
There
the
you go.
move
You
at
said
3.
you didn't even
Ooh.
consider Trey Lance. Well, have you considered Kyle Trask at 3? You probably shouldn't because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no,
But,
I don't think that.
maybe 3rd round.
Okay,
3 dirt around. Nice.
so Mac Jones, most likely, but
I think
Trey
so,
Lance
with
but-
a little bit of potential
with,
spice
with
thrown
a
in there.
sprinkle of Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Trey Lance Bay, sprinkling it on there.
4. Atlanta Falcons at 4.
Just
They-
they
Trade.
from what I've heard.
They need to trade. They don't need to
I
get Kyle
agree,
Pitts.
but they really like him from what I've heard. It doesn't. They would have.
They would
it
have
feels
the
like we say
greatest
this every.
receiving
Yeah,
core.
I was gonna say. I feel like we say this every year though.
Yeah.
They would have the best receivers, but also that didn't help them last year when they had
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley and
And a
Julio
terrible
and
defense.
Laquan Treadwell. They had the full first-round pick lineup.
Here's the thing. If,
Ugh,
if you're the
pain.
freaking Falcons, stop trying to slap a Band-Aid on a broken bone. All right? Guess what? You don't need more targets for Matt Ryan to throw to. You
need a
need more
defense.
things to help your defense so Matt Ryan doesn't
Matt
have
Ryan
to put up
is-
60 points every game.
Well, Matt Ryan's not even that bad. Like he
No,
gets
he's
a lot
still
of flack.
solid.
He's a solid
Yeah.
quarterback.
He's like, I
Dude
hate
won
the
an
guy, but
MVP.
he's-
Was like 4 years removed from winning an MVP. 4 years is a lot in football, but the dude's still like his numbers are around the same.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just they
just-
don't win anymore.
Exactly,
Their
because they
defense
don't
is
have a
terrible.
defense. Yeah. Like, didn't they let Keanu Neal walk? Isn't Keanu Neal
Yeah.
on a different
Yeah,
team
he
now?
signed
went to
with
the
Dallas.
Cowboys.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Keanu Neal is like the next coming of Cam Chancellor. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
he's
that's
good.
his ceiling. Like,
He's playing. They're actually moving him to linebacker in Dallas. Like a
Why?
weak side linebacker. I don't know because I think he's not that good at coverage.
I mean,
But yeah,
whatever.
I see your
Whatever.
point. It doesn't make sense, and I don't even think getting a quarterback would make sense. Like you're not doing anything.
You
to help your
accomplish
team now. You're
nothing.
maybe helping your team in the future,
and
but
like, here's the thing: we still don't even have Penny Sewell off the board. But it just doesn't.
that's an interesting point.
We like
They
Penny-
need a line. They
Penny
need
Sewell is
linemen.
not off the board. If they take Penny Sewell, I'm not mad at this pick, but I don't think they will take Penny Sewell. I think they're going to trade with somebody else, and they're going
I
to take
think
Penny Sewell.
if you stay at 4, you have to take Penei Sewell. I think that's the
Exactly.
smartest pick.
That's-
Over a quarterback, over Pitts will be to take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's more likely that they trade back, and that'd be the smart decision to get like
Well, it's smarter
a
for them to
corner or
trade back.
something.
Don't you dare say that the smarter option is the more likely. How dare you assume that NFL execs have
I'm
a
sorry
brain?
for assuming.
NFL execs are some
Who
of the,
would trade up to 4? Do you think like a quarterback needy team?
I mean,
but
at this
who
point, it would just be
is-
Justin Fields or Mac Jones or Trey Lance,
Which
who-
is still very solid.
it's
Like
solid, but those guys were projected to go like 10 and below in some drafts. So I don't know. Like, does
What-
someone trade up to draft?
I mean,
Penei Sewell?
one would think like in a normal year, you're on the Falcons and you're picking at 4, you're gonna get one of the top 2 quarterback or the second best quarterback.
Yeah.
But because there's so many quarterback needy teams, the 3 teams ahead of you are going to take a quarterback. So you're going to get stuck with the. Do you really want to have the 4th best guy of the bunch? I mean, I just don't think it's worth it.
But saying the 4th best guy of the bunch when they would be like the 1 or 2 in
Yeah,
like
exactly.
next year's.
So it's
thing.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
sorry,
true.
you got the 4th best wide receiver from Alabama's receiving corps 2
Well,
years
last
ago.
year-
Oh, you mean I got Jalen Waddle? Darn.
yeah. Last year, like, oh, I love bringing up my Vikings. We got the 4th best receiver in the draft, who Justin Jefferson would be a top receiver in a lot of drafts if it didn't also have Jerry Jeudy,
Henry Ruggs,
Henry Ruggs,
Jalen Rager,
yeah,
in quotations.
Yikes.
CeeDee Lamb.
Yep,
Kind of
CeeDee
like,
Lamb.
I mean, like this year, right? Besides Jamar Chase and like I guess Jalen
Jamar
and
Chase,
Devontae.
Jalen Waddle, and Devontae Smith. Don't you dare forget them.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. I think that Penny Sewell is the smart pick wherever you're picking if he's available. Personally,
Yeah, like at this point, we have reached the point where Penny Sewell is the correct answer at any level. If you draft Penny Sewell, congratulations.
yeah.
So who do we think they'll grab?
I think they'll either trade back or take Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. That's it. Well, again, we're getting mixed up the smart thing to do and what we think they'll do.
Yeah, what I think they'll do, I think that they'll probably. I think
I
they'll
don't
trade
think they'll
back.
take Sewell.
I think they'll trade back. That's
I
my
mean-
prediction.
Arguably, you could make an argument that
That's usually how arguing works.
the Bears might at
Arguably.
some point try and trade into this little bunch if Mac Jones is available past 6.
Okay, if the Bears trade up to 6 for Mac Jones, that would be great for my division because they would use like all their first round. Like their pick is at 20, and they would have to
20
trade
to-
so much.
They would
do
have
it.
to trade a decent amount, but if it gets to the point where the Falcons are slick desperate, then the price does start to go down a little bit. Because here's the thing, if the Falcons are convinced that they can't use the pick for anything that they want,
That's fair.
then they're going to be desperate to get rid of it, and the Bears would be desperate
with
to get
4,
up
I
there if
feel
they
like-
like it. But the thing is, they don't necessarily like it. And there's also no guarantee
Yeah.
Mac Jones is even going to be there.
And at 4 too, like you definitely can pick someone that you like. I think
Yeah.
they're like the prospect boards are so big for an NFL team. Even if you like overpick someone, like you look at what the
You
the
really
Raiders,
can't go wrong.
oh,
with
no,
the
you
fourth
drafted
pick.
a
look at-
lower first round pick.
You look at what I'm saying more like you look at what the Raiders have done recently, right? Where they draft people that
Yeah, with
aren't
Cleveland
necessarily
Farrell.
like the high, like Cleveland Farrell, Henry Ruggs aren't necessarily like the top guy at their position, but it's their guy.
Yeah.
And so even if you have to do that at 4, even if you draft a guy that was maybe projected to go like 10 or something, if it's the guy you want, then
Go get him.
he's available, take him.
Darn the torpedoes, full speed ahead.
Yeah, some weird thing. They take like Caleb Farley or something like that. Like it's weird, but it's kind of like what they did last season when they picked AJ Terrell. Wasn't he like the second cornerback taken?
Yeah.
Was he really good?
He was okay.
He's up and down.
But I mean, he was like the second cornerback after Jeff Okudah, but he was like the 3rd or 4th cornerback on the board. Oh wait, no, sorry, he was the 3rd cornerback taken because C.J. Henderson as well, who I really liked and was really good.
So we'll just assume that the Falcons pass on Penei Sewell,
Man,
which lands him
In
think at 5.
Miami. No, spicy take. I really think Joe Burrow wants Jamar Chase, and they're gonna pick Jamar Chase.
That's not a spicy take. That's like a.
But did you
That's
see the
just a regular
picture
take.
he posted with the big ass ACL scar on his knee? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I agree it's the smart thing, but this dude, like, when he won the Heisman and set records, this guy was his number 1 receiver, and they're probably like good friends. And obviously, if your good friend is a realistic pick at that, you would lobby for them to take him. And
Yeah.
if you're Joe Burrow, I get some people say that you shouldn't cater your picks to what your quarterback wants. But when Joe Burrow is the future of your franchise, you do everything you can to make him happy.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Here's
you got
my-
to protect the future of the franchise. It's not
But
like
if
they
he says,
desperately need
I
you go,
have-
Joe, would you rather have Penny Sewell or Jamar Chase? If he says Jamar Chase, you pick Jamar Chase.
Here's the thing. I have never once, as soon as I saw that the Bengals were drafting at 5, I said they're taking Jamar Chase.
oh, same.
It's just Jamar Chase will be a Bengal next year.
What if Pitts is still on the board?
Jamar Chase is going to be a Bengal. Doesn't matter. It does not matter who else is there. Jamar Chase will be a Bengal next season.
Okay. That's very interesting. I mean, I think
Well, the
Pitts
thing
is
about
a-
Penei Sewell, initially I thought they'd grab him, but they still have Jonah Williams and they just signed Riley Reef, so I think that makes it.
that was also what I was thinking about is
Yeah.
that why would they sign Riley Reef to such a big contract unless they're going to move
I mean,
Jonah
Reef-
Williams to guard
Which he refuses
or
to
Reef
do.
to guard too.
Well, I saw stuff that they could.
I mean, he's played like half a
Penei
year
Sewell
of
could
football.
play-
I don't think he has that much leverage.
I saw something they could put Penei Sewell at guard for a short time, and then maybe he replaces Riley Reef. But I don't know. I think it should be Sewell, but I think it'll be Chase or maybe Pitts. I don't know. More likely Chase.
It's going to be Chase. It's going to be Jamar Chase. There's like this.
I mean, the
shouldn't be-
fans want that pick. Joe Burrow wants that pick.
This should,
you know?
this should be as clean, cut, and dry as picks 1 and 2. It's Jamar Chase. I see no
don't know.
other way.
I definitely see a world which Penny Sewell, like I said, is the smart pick, but they will pick Jamar Chase.
Exactly.
And then that leaves Penny Sewell to fall right down to 6. You know?
Who's gonna get taken by Kyle Pitts? Kyle Pitts is gonna get taken at 6.
You think he's still open? He's still there?
They have. We were
This
talking
is such
about.
a weird.
Here's the-
I know. I'm trying to
here's
keep
the-
track of
we-
who's traded back and who hasn't.
We assigned nothing to the Falcons. We assigned no pick to the Falcons. I just want to point that out. We never decided who the Falcons were gonna take.
We don't have to decide.
I trade back.
Yeah, we said trade back.
Surtain.
But
We said trade back, but who is trading
Who
to
traded
get
up
the
to
spot?
take a pick?
Patrick Surtain. Patriots.
Okay, so
They picked Trey Lance.
They picked Mac Jones.
no. Okay, so we'll say that the Patriots trade up and they get
Trey Lance.
Mac Jones.
Justin Fields.
It depends on who's still available.
In my draft, Mac Jones is still available. In your draft, Trey Lance is still available. And in your draft, well, no one's taken Justin Fields yet, so he's definitely still available in your draft.
Yeah, I can see in my draft the Patriots. I'm looking at it right now. Are trading up to 40 at Justin Fields
Here's the thing. Mac Jones feels like a Patriots guy. Don't take that anyway other than face value.
because he's a white, slow quarterback who has similar play styles to Tom Brady.
No, because he has that picture where he looks like Tom Brady
Yeah.
pre-draft, where he's shirtless with his gut hanging out.
My thing is,
I don't even think Tom Brady looked that
there
bad.
is
His
a
vision.
very distinct
It was fine.
prospect. There's a very distinct possibility that Bill Belichick tries to bring it into the new generation because he's wanted to do it forever. But he was saddled with Tom Brady. Oh, woe is you, saddled with Tom Brady. But he has wanted a dual threat guy for a long time. He tried to get rid of Tom Brady.
They've got Cam Newton.
Look at actually, I love the way they used Cam Newton this year. Sidebar: when they played the Seahawks and they ran 3 quarterback draws in a row at the goal line to try to win the game. It didn't work,
No,
but
the
I
thing-
loved it. Every
no,
single time
the
I was
thing-
clapping.
Bill Belichick's stubborn though. Like I can see him getting quarterback. And I can also see them going with, we're just gonna roll with Cam Newton for a couple more years.
Here's the thing. The way Cam Newton's contract is structured is designed that if he doesn't start, he doesn't get paid money. Like, that's the way his deal is structured.
Oh, so if he doesn't do his job, he doesn't get money.
Like I say, if they bench Cam Newton, they don't have to pay him, essentially. Like, they will pay him for games that he has played, and if he doesn't play in the game, he doesn't get paid for the game. Like, if he gets benched, he's just not making money, and that opens up some cap space. Quote quotation marks.
All right. Well then, okay. So the Dolphins. Who are the Dolphins picking?
Kyle Pitts. Dolphins are taking Kyle Pitts. They
I
want
think
to
Penny
target.
Sewell.
Even with all the offensive linemen that they have, they got what Robert Hunt last year. They've been drafting a lot.
They
of linemen.
drafted, was it like Austin Jackson in the first
Yeah,
round?
wasn't that last year
But
they
he
took him?
was not that. But
Are you
it's
gonna,
Penny
you gonna give
Sewell.
up on an offensive
Yes!
tackle?
Or move him to right tackle. My point is, no matter how good he is, he's not as good as Penny Sewell, and he wasn't that good last year. I mean, they also signed, what was it, Isaiah Wilson, and I mean, they immediately cut him.
They
but
just Wait, no, did they actually?
yeah, after he got released from the Titans, they signed him for
I
like
know
a
they-
week, and then he posted a video of him doing some dumb shit, and he got cut.
Oh yeah, you're right. I just looked it up. All right, Penny Sewell.
All right, Broncos.
No.
Micah Parsons.
Lions.
That's not how-
Lions.
that's
We're
not
still
how
at the
draft
Lions.
order works,
We have
Tyler.
skipped 7 and 8.
No, okay.
Here's the thing. Kyle Pitts. from
Sidebar.
here.
Not sidebar, but order in the court. I'm looking at a mock draft right now to keep my order, and they had the Lions trading with the Broncos, so it just showed the Broncos.
Tyler,
next.
don't confuse us, please. We're already confused enough.
All right, yes. So in this theoretical world,
God.
In this strange
The
theoretical
Detroit
world.
Lions.
Penny Sewell. He's still on my board.
That's Jones.
Penny Sewell goes to the Lions because they're sick and tired of not being able to protect their quarterback or run the freaking football.
that would
So
be
they
great.
Draft no lineman.
In my world, Penny Sewell is not on the board, and they pick Rashawn Slater. But
Oh God. Wait, do you know who I think they're gonna pick?
Oh,
Jalen
God.
Waddle.
Kyle Pitts.
What is this? All right, we need
Oh
to.
my gosh. We're all
All
over
right,
the
so
place,
Kyle
man.
Pitts has been selected 3 times now. He's gone.
Kyle
He's
Pitts
out of
is
here.
done. He's gone. Sewell, is Sewell gone for you?
Just
Sewell's gone for you, right?
this is like an MC Escher
No,
painting.
Sewell's going to.
Like the stairs are all upside down.
Yeah.
I just hit the microphone.
You're losing it, man.
I'm shadow boxing with Joe over
Sewell
here.
is gone. The Dolphins take Sewell. All right, even though in my mock draft I had him getting Jamar Chase, but we're not going to talk about that.
Good Lord.
All right. So then you have the Lions picking. Oh, Kyle Pitts, you said. Yeah.
Jalen Waddle. But I
Jalen
changed
Waddle
my
makes
mind.
sense to
I
me,
changed
too.
my mind though, because I had the Bengals taking Kyle Pitts. If Kyle Pitts is available, I think the Lions will take Kyle Pitts over Jalen Waddle. Because even though they have T.J. Hawkinson, Kyle Pitts.
TJ Hawkinson. There's an inside joke with Tyler and I on that one. That's really funny.
All right.
Yeah.
We
we're
went
inside, aren't we?
No. We can share it.
We went to the draft in 2018.
So I've heard.
And one of our friends is a
I've heard
Lions
this story
fan.
before, but tell the
And
listeners.
The listeners haven't heard it. And one of our friends is a Lions fan. And so he said, I swear to God, if we draft TJ Hawkinson with the 8th pick in the draft, I will walk back from Nashville. And with the 8th pick in the 2018 NFL draft, the Detroit Lions selected TJ Hawkinson.
In the 2019 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select TJ Hawkinson.
Did he walk back?
He did not.
He did not walk back. He lied.
Wow. Fake.
You need to send me that video.
Yes. Also, there was a video of us chanting TJ Hawkinson before they picked the entire time. So I'm sure
I'm
all
sure
these
TJ
like,
Hawkinson was happy
I'm sure the
about that.
crowd was just so confused why there was like 6 college
Six
students
random
chanting
college-
TJ Hawkinson around a kid with a
They probably
Lions
thought you were
jersey.
like friends with him or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would
well,
be-
yeah, that would explain it. And man, he hated it. He hated every
All right.
second
So
of
they're
it.
taking the Lions are taking a pass catcher. We can agree
yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
yeah.
The Lion. Oh,
Of
no.
some-
I'm,
no,
I'm
wait,
saying they're
Tyler-
taking-
I said an O lineman.
I
so.
said an alignment as well. So you're the only one who said a pass catcher.
Have you seen their wide receivers?
That's fair.
Have you seen their wide receivers?
Have you seen
Okay,
their O line?
no,
Have you
my-
seen their running back?
Rashad Perriman.
Their running backs are good.
Are they?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I mean, I know that they
They
got
have
their,
DeAndre Johnson and DeAndre
Jamal,
Swift.
They just signed Jamal Williams too.
Yeah, and Jamal. Anyway,
Owned.
I mean,
No,
I
owned
don't
by
believe in those
facts
dudes like
and
that. but
logic, Matt.
I don't
Rashad
believe in those dudes. I believe in Kerryon Johnson, and they're not giving him a chance. So.
Rashad Perriman, Tyrell Williams, and Quintez Cephas. Those are the receivers they have.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Jared Goff. So you're going to need as much help as you can get a receiver.
I mean,
They're going to take a receiver.
I don't think
Tyler,
so.
their offensive line isn't even that bad.
No, but hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh, wait, no, it is pretty bad.
It is pretty bad, but hear me out. Like Taylor Decker.
Frank Ragnar.
Frank Ragnar's good. But anyway, my thing is that this year they know they're going to be mad. They got to build blocks for the future
Why are you
with
talking?
Jared Goff.
I feel like you're about to whip out a Trump voice.
to the
No,
ASMR
stop it.
Draft
Stop. The thing.
Podcast.
Stop. The
No,
thing
we're
you're
not doing that.
Discontinue.
We're not doing
Discontinue immediately.
Sorry.
Sir.
No,
Cease and
okay.
desist.
But my point is they're going to be bad this year anyway. They know it. You might as well start building towards the future. Jared Goff is not their quarterback of the future. Jared Goff is bad. He's a bad man, and I've been saying for years now that he's a bad man. And they will
What did he do to
win
hurt you?
like 4 games this year. They'll go 4-12. That's my prediction.
Oh, it's a real step up from last year.
What did they do? They went 3 and whatever.
I think they went 3-12-1 or 3-13. No, they tied the year. The Lions are always freaking tying games.
Anyway.
they ruin everything.
4 wins is my pick. So woe is me when they make the playoffs over the Vikings.
All right.
Anyway,
Let's go
All right,
on
so
and
we
get-
can't
let's go
agree
ahead
on
and get
that
to
one.
number 8.
We're taking 10 light years to do these picks.
light years a measure of distance. Anyway,
He got you on that one. That's facts and logic for you.
Whatever. Throw that out the window. The Carolina Panthers are taking Mac Jones.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. They're
Here's
not
my
actually
pick.
going to.
I'm torn here. All right. I'm torn, admittedly.
Mm-hmm.
I can't decide if the Panthers are going to reinforce their secondary or if they're going to bolster their receiving core.
Trade back.
No. I think that with the 8th pick in the 2021 NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers select Jalen Waddle.
that's not a bad pick. I mean, they have DJ Moore and they have
Robbie
Do they? I
Anderson.
thought DJ Moore left.
And
Or-
Robbie Anderson.
They have Robbie Anderson.
They
yeah.
don't need a
yeah.
receiver.
I thought they had
Their cornerbacks are bad. They need a DB. They're like in the Falcons territory
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me
that's
because
wrong.
they both need corners. They don't need
yeah.
receiver.
But
But
Pat
it's okay.
Surtain would be a good pick in my
Yeah,
mind.
that was my other option was Patrick Surtain
I think
or J.C. Horn.
I think
Yeah, would you? They're 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Whatever you like better.
I think Surtain would be good for them.
Are you certain about that? All right, moving on. We got to kind of speed this up, I think, per
Yeah.
pick. So
Broncos, Micah Parsons. Okay, moving
Micah
on.
Parsons agreed.
Yeah, I think so too. But
Dallas
idiots, they don't.
Cowboys.
J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn. Yep.
Okay, that's
I've said that from the start. I really think he's the type of player
They
that
need.
Jerry Jones loves. A physical aggressive ball hawk corner.
And that defense needs some help.
Yeah, and like you said, 1A, 1B for Surtain and Horn.
Yep. All right.
All right.
At number 11, the Giants.
New
Devontae
York
Smith.
football Giants.
Devontae Smith is
Devontae
probably
Smith.
the pick.
I think it's Devontae Smith. I would like to see him go before then, and I could see it, but also I can see he'd be a good fit for them.
All right, Eagles. I mean, all the good receivers are already picked. at this
Rashawn
point.
Slater.
Jalen Rieger. Rashawn Slater?
I don't know. Their
Why'd you
O-line
say
is
it like that?
Here's the thing. Their O-line was really spotty last year, and they blamed it on Carson Wentz, but they literally had to bring Jason Peters out of retirement to play left tackle.
Oh, yeah. That's fair. But also, Lane Johnson was hurt.
He's the right tackle. They need another tackle. They need another lineman. They had here's the thing. Kelsey's getting old. Jason Kelsey's getting kind of old. Lane Johnson is not young, and he's constantly injured. Jason Peters has tried to retire twice now.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not retiring. We're not letting you.
Well, that's the thing.
You're coming back.
Once you're here forever.
Yeah, and like they just need more. They
No.
need young O linemen.
I'm going to school you again. Didn't they just take Andre Dillard like 2 years ago?
In like the second round. Oh,
No,
didn't
the
they just
first round pick.
Was he? Was he like
Yes.
a late first round pick then?
Yeah, they
Oh.
picked
Here's
him
the
at like
thing.
26 or
I'm
something.
aware that they
Okay.
picked him, but also
Yeah.
I don't believe in him.
You don't
They
believe in
need- they
Prince
need- they need-
Tega-Winogo?
They need
22nd overall they took him.
They
You
need-
think they're just going to cut bait on him?
they need more O linemen. Based upon what I saw from the Eagles last year, they need
God,
O
their
linemen.
receivers are so bad.
Their receivers
Yeah.
are bad. Their
But
line
all
is
three
bad.
receivers are
Actually,
already
that's
taken
not
this
true
year.
because Travis Fulgham did all right last year. And
Don't
But
you-
like, if
he's-
Travis Fulgham has to be your top receiver, that is just
You have
depressing.
issues, but like here's
maybe
the thing.
Jalen Rieger steps up this year.
That's true.
Time to trade back.
Yeah, but like my thing is, who do you pick it? Like, you want a receiver, right? Like, Kadarius Toney is probably the next best receiver in my mind.
That's a good receiver, but he's a gadget guy. Like
Yeah, or Terrence Marshall. I don't think they picked Terrence Marshall at 12.
I don't think that
Or
they. Yeah, this,
Rashad Bateman.
You know who they're
or,
picking?
No, I don't. Who?
Jeremiah Owusa Okora. That's what I think.
Out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at their defense right now. I mean, they've got Fletcher Cox. Their defensive line is really good. But actually, similar to Washington, they need linebackers. Their linebackers are TJ Edwards, Alex Singleton, and those are their two linebackers. I feel like Jock would be a good fit for them.
Okay.
I think he's from Philly, too.
He's better than Nerd.
Better than who?
Nothing.
Did I just completely miss that joke? Or am
Yeah,
I-
no, never mind. He's not a nerd because he's a jock.
Oh, my. Tyler, come
Um,
on.
All right, let's go ahead and move on.
All
Then.
right,
We said we're gonna
so
speed up and just-
Chargers
I don't know.
Tricky.
Elijah Vera Tucker, I'd say.
at 13.
I got nothing, man.
That's the thing is
They don't. We're at the point where it's just kind of it's a crapshoot where the team needs don't match up with who the heck's available.
Also, we're not keeping
Yeah.
track of these. which
well,
we-
and also
Payday Sewell.
like 12-ish to like 20-ish. I think you just pick the best player available.
yeah.
Anything out of the top 10, you probably just pick the best player available.
At that point, it's Patrick Surtain on my board.
I had Surtain going to them in my mock drafts, but if Carolina takes him, obviously he won't be available.
Caleb Farley's still available in our weird world,
They need. I mean, they could use a left tackle.
upside down world. Yeah, but
Darisaw,
ABT,
maybe.
Christian Darisaw.
I mean, they have Brian Bulaga and what is that? Corey Lindsey. They need
just keep hitting the
a
microphone.
left tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if this is falling apart at the seams.
It's a fever dream of a podcast.
This is certainly something, man. This is certainly
So
something.
Christian Darisaw,
Yeah.
All right.
Darisaw.
Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, wow. The Minnesota
Yeah.
Vikings.
So I already
Quiddy pick.
no, we're not picking a defensive end, and everyone who says that we are is dumb.
Everybody
Everyone
who
is stupid
said-
but me.
Every draft analyst thinks they're gonna take a defensive end. It's
Literally,
stupid.
you know what the highest round Rick Spielman has picked a defensive end in since he's become our
No, I have
GM?
no idea.
I think it was the third round.
So you're getting Gregory Rousseau in the third round, huh?
I'd be okay with that. Yeah, if
Wait,
you get a
wait.
first round guy in the third round.
Jalen Phillips.
Nope. Nope. Okay, Joe and I talked about this beforehand. Literally my least favorite pick I see mocked to us because the guy is an incredible athlete, but he is one concussion away from medically retiring from football, and that scares
don't
me
know why we're
so
laughing, but-
much. Yeah, the guy's gonna have brain damage. But
Damn, they're gonna get cancel us.
I know we deserve it, honestly.
least
But
we'd get some
it
good
just it
publicity.
worries me so much with the 14th pick, using your first round pick, especially because we don't have a second round pick right now. So unless we trade back, this pick has to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
And
going to be huge.
in my personal mock draft, I have us either taking one of the Bama receivers if they fall as a BPA thing, best
But
player.
in this
No
mock
way.
draft,
In this mock draft, I didn't.
Yeah.
But or picking the best lineman that falls to us. So Rashawn Slater, but again, we had him going really high
Yeah, I
here.
think you'd probably-
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Elijah Vera Tucker is another one I've
I
seen,
think
and
that'd be a
he's
good
good.
fit for them.
He's good because that we have Ezra Cleveland as well, who we moved to guard last
yeah.
season. But that way, it gives us the versatility to try both of them at tackle and guard and see which combo's better.
For the 5th time on this podcast, I'm going to directly reference one of my favorite things I've ever seen was Pro Football Focus ranking one of the Vikings starting linemen as worse than every other starting lineup and a backman.
Yes,
and a
it was Drew
backup.
Samia.
Yeah, he was 33 out of 32.
Yes, it was incredible. And by that I mean it was
Incredibly
incredible,
horrible.
awfully. All right, Patriots. Yay!
Wait,
we
we
still have a
tried-
quarterback available, don't we?
No, wait,
Oh,
the
wait, they
Patriots
traded up.
The Patriots traded up with the Falcons.
All right,
This is the
this is the
Falcons pick
Falcons.
now.
Okay, so this-
Who do the Falcons take here?
I was gonna say a cornerback, but they're already all taken.
Not necessarily.
Caleb Farley.
Newsome.
No, Caleb Farley's not taken.
Greg Newsome's not taken either.
One of those guys I think they'll take.
Yeah.
But it's weird too when you look at the Falcons because they took a cornerback last year, and I think they took Isaiah Oliver the year before. So they're gonna get drafted corner 3 years in a row.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, here's
Mike
the thing.
Zimmer smiles in the distance.
Somewhere in the background, Mike Zimmer
Mike
is
Zimmer's
proud.
We
father.
signed Patrick Peterson. That's basically like drafting a cornerback in the first round. Please don't draft Patrick Surtain if he's available. We don't need one.
I can't wait for you guys to draft both J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain.
I mean,
and by trading
honestly,
up,
Honestly, with the whole Jeff Gladney situation, it makes more sense now. I still don't like it.
To get a
but
corner.
I can
Who's
see
the
the
other
argument
corner?
now. We have Patrick Peterson, who we signed to a 1-year deal.
Is that it?
No, we have Cam Dantzler, 3rd-round pick last year.
but
But
Dantzler, you will not trick me into believing that the Vikings will win games again.
except the fact that after the bye week, he was the top-rated rookie cornerback in every single stat.
Ooh.
So
Get-
he was
get
very
wrecked.
good last year.
Wait, who were the other rookie?
Jalen Johnson, I think, was number 2. And then there was Jeff Okuda,
Jeff Okuda sucked last year.
CJ Henderson,
The
CJ
corners
Henderson,
last year, all the guys that were picked highly didn't do too
Christian
hot.
Fulton, AJ Terrell.
Yeah, last year's corner class was
Kinda
pretty
sus.
rough. I think this year
Yeah.
should be.
But
a
yeah,
lot
anyway, but we got him in the 3rd round, so it was a good pick
better. I think
Yeah.
they'll get a corner.
at some point, but not.
But also, I could see them getting a defensive lineman. I joked about the Vikings getting Quiddy Pay. I could see them getting Quiddy Pay.
yeah, Quiddy Pay, I don't hate. I don't know. Greg Rousseau only had 1 year.
Jalen
of
Phillips,
college.
maybe.
Yeah,
Oh wait, he'll be gone
hopefully.
because of Vikings.
Oh wait, you're talking about the Patriots.
We're still
Or
talking about the Falcons.
Yeah.
Falcons
We are
are
so-
now at 15. In our headcanon,
We
the
were
Falcons
talking
are 15.
about the Vikings, and then you said I could see them getting a corner, so it really threw me back to a pick before, and I was like, what? But anyway.
Hey,
This
Mike,
is just
talking to the mic. There you go.
This is just a weird fever
Hey, we're-
dream of an episode.
all right.
It's getting out of hand over here.
Um,
We're losing it, man.
All right, no. So
The Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals.
Elijah Vera Tucker. I don't even know if he's
He's
been
already
picked
been
6
taken
times
like
yet.
3 times. This is
You said Elijah Vera Tucker.
literally for every player or every team you've said Elijah Vera
the
Tucker.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Elijah Vera Tucker.
Honestly, not the worst pick they could make. Not the best, but there's worse picks. You can pick I don't
think
know.
any pick is the worst pick if you're not taking freaking what's his face at number 1.
his face?
Yeah, that guy.
that guy.
Lord.
This is the best.
Oh, man. We're all over the place.
All right.
This is horrible.
Oh, okay. Oh, they could totally. So I could see them picking whatever cornerback
They
whatever
could.
cornerback is available to replace Patrick Peterson because they just have.
Yeah, they do need a corner.
They have what's his name out of Washington is their only corner really.
They
right?
actually-
Byron Murphy, but he's not
Byron
really
Murphy.
a true corner.
Here's the
He's
thing.
kinda
They have every position on their team is currently stacked except for corner.
and O line, but
I mean,
every
yeah.
team needs O line.
Elijah Vera Tucker, baby.
Stop, please stop.
Get some help. All right.
I
so-
think for this one, it's kind of like the Falcons. It's D line or corner,
They
and
need something. Well, no, their D line's fine.
yeah, they got JJ Watt.
on that
And
on
Chandler-
that, on the edge,
Their edges are fine.
interiors.
They- don't they-
Ooh,
don't
yours,
they-
I was like,
don't they
is
have a
that
good-
Christian Barmore's music? Maybe.
Don't they have a
It
good
is.
fat boy in there?
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't.
I thought they had a decent fat boy.
I
What they
think
call D tackles.
Yes,
Wow.
I figured.
you were just body
I actually
shaming people
had
on this
a
podcast.
fat boy for dinner the other day.
Stop.
I went to Taco Mama, and that's the name of their
Stop.
burrito. No, I'm being serious. It's called a fat boy. All right, so the Las Vegas
Ladies and gentlemen,
Raiders-
this is the end of the semester. We are loopy for studying for finals.
The Las
or
Vegas
not
Raiders.
studying for finals in some cases.
All right,
Don't tell my mother that. All right, the Las Vegas
Vegas,
Raiders.
as the Canadians
Elijah
say.
Veritok.
All right. This one has them getting Tevin Jenkins, which I think he's a little overrated. I could see them picking AD end because they have Max Crosby and, well, I guess Cleveland Farrell and Max Crosby are fine.
So they don't
I
really
think-
need.
But they lost like
They need a lot.
Arden Key and Mo Hurst, their D tackles. So
Yeah, that's a good point too.
I wouldn't be mad with Christian Darrisaw right here if they decided to go with him.
I've seen mock drafts. If he slides, they're gonna get an offensive lineman.
yeah,
I think.
probably.
If there's an offensive lineman that slides to them, they're taking an offensive lineman regardless.
okay.
I already made the joke. You heard me scream it loudly, okay? I'm sure that.
Okay, offensive lineman or
Yeah.
defensive tackle.
Yes.
All right.
They also at linebacker can maybe use linebacker. So if they want, like I can see John Gruden and Mike Mayock be absolutely enamored with like Zaven Collins or something.
Yes. All right. Miami Dolphins 2 Electric Boogaloo. Najee Harris, baby.
Najee Harris,
at
I was
18.
gonna say,
no
they-
chance.
I
Here's the
know,
thing.
but I love it.
I don't-
So,
if-
So okay, we gave Penei Sewell is who we gave them
yeah.
at.
They would probably need a pass catcher.
No, you gave them Penny
honestly.
Sewell. I gave them Kyle Pitts. Who do you give them?
I also gave them
You
Penny
gave them
Sewell.
Penny Sewell? Okay. I
So
said
now
Kyle
they
Pitts.
still need a lineman.
I do
Well,
they?
I mean, their line's okay.
Their
Not
line's
necessarily.
pretty good. I mean,
I think we
Tevin-
literally
I'm
said
saying
that
for
if it-
mock for
well,
Matt's.
For
Tevin
even for
Jenkins,
Matt's though, we
you could
said
argue,
well, we
but
also
that's
said
early.
that their O line is solid. It's
Yeah.
just because it's Penny Sewell that they would pick
Exactly.
a lineman there.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, if they don't draft an lineman there, they're not pressed to find one. Like they had good protection last year. Like
Their
everyone's
defense was really good.
their
too,
defense was really
so-
good. Like they need. I'm
they
honestly
go pass
you
catcher.
you jokingly said Najee Harris.
they-
I'm going to seriously say
Did
Najee.
they
was not
lose
joking.
Kyle Van Noy? Like they're another team that could need.
Isn't
could
Van
get a
Noy already
linebacker.
on the team?
No, he went back
He
to
went
the
to
Patriots.
Oh, did
was
he?
it the Patriots?
Yeah, he went back. So
But
their
still, he wasn't,
defense
like-
for as good as it was last year.
It's incredible.
Their line's good and their corners are good, but kind of like a lot of teams, or a common theme here, they could use a linebacker as well. So I wouldn't be shocked if they took a linebacker.
I
So
kind
you
of
would say Jeremy Owusu Cormella.
Well,
Well, I had him picked.
He hasn't been picked yet by me.
all right.
Okay.
But anyway,
I also
He would be a good
Um,
pick for them.
I also had
I had
Elijah
somebody,
Tucker picked 4 times in a
I
row.
kind of
I had the Giants picking, or no, it was the Eagles. I had them picking Jock, but I can also see him going. I don't think he makes it to Washington.
Good lord.
I kind of joked about him earlier about not being worth a pick like that, but I could totally see them picking like Kadarius Toney here, mid first round guy. They need a pass catcher for to like get him some weapons.
Yeah, my only issue with that is that he feels like too much of the gadget guy. That's like they have an army of gadget dudes, and I'm worried that Kadarius Toney is a gadget dude, not a true possession kind of guy. So that's
All right.
why I say Najee Harris, because he's an upgrade from Myles Gaskin. He's an upgrade from whoever the heck else you got back there, Matt Breida.
Yeah.
Matt Breida. But in Najee Harris, he's a bona fide runner. He's proven he can run. He's proven that he can catch the ball at a high level. His comparison is Matt Forte. That is the perfect combo for Tua. That is the check down that Tua needs.
Okay. We do need to go, but this one we can spend a little bit of time on. The
Washington football team.
One of our own is a Washington football
One
team
of our
fan. So
And their needs are
Offensive tackle, linebacker, and tight end. But you're not gonna take a tight end in the first.
you don't want baby Gronk. Wait, you wanted Kyle Pitts to go 4, but you're like, oh, I'm not going to take a tight end in the first.
Well,
I'm kidding, I'm kidding,
Kyle
I'm
Pitts is an
kidding.
exception. Kyle Pitts is an exception.
you draft
No,
elitist.
I would love Pat.
Kyle Pitts isn't a tight end.
I would love Pat Freiermuth, but I'm not taking him at 19.
Yeah.
And also,
are
Logan
you sure about that?
Also, Logan Thomas was good for them last year. Like
Yeah.
randomly good. Had a really good year for them. So they're not going to take a tight end. So it's between offensive tackle, linebacker.
Do you mean converted quarterback Logan Thomas?
Yeah. But so it's between offensive tackle and linebacker, and you're looking at it, and you're like, Jeremiah Owusu-Okoronkwo is gone.
Zaven
Harrison's
Collins.
gone.
I know you don't like Zaven Collins. but-
My issue with Zaven Collins is just how large he is at linebacker. Like, I feel like
He's a
today's
fat
linebacker.
boy.
He's too big.
No,
He's too big.
no. He's like 6'5", but he weighs in at 270. Like
Wasn't
you cannot
Julius
tell me
Peppers a freaking giant.
you cannot
played-
tell me that you can play
Outside line, like pass rusher.
Okay.
that you can play linebacker. They need a middle linebacker. So if
yeah.
I don't know if Collins is a true middle linebacker. I don't think he is. They need a guy to man the middle.
I saw you were very adamant that he was good, like better than people are giving him credit for. What if they picked Dylan Moses?
Not with 19. I would love for them to get Moses. Moses is gonna slide, but not at 19. So you're kind of in a crappy spot here.
Mm-hmm.
If this is how the board shakes up, is how we said it would.
And this is exactly how it's going to shake up, by the way.
Hopefully,
Yes, each of our 3 realities will come true.
Well, and all of them guys that Washington needs are gone. If Darisaw's there, they'll pick Darisaw. And he might be there. Maybe they trade up to go get him, which is stupid in my opinion because of how stacked this draft is, and you can get an offensive lineman in the second round. But I think they'll trade. If things go how we say they were going, which they probably won't because we're dummies, they'll probably trade back or something. And then maybe I'd love to get like Alex Leatherwood. I don't like Tevin Jenkins. I'm not a Tevin Jenkins guy. So whether it's
how many
Samuel,
realities did you watch? 14,605. How many
did
did
we-
the Washington football team get?
Trevor Lawrence,
Get-
0.
How
Mac
many did the
Jones.
Washington football
Mac
team get a
Jones still
single
available?
player they want?
Wait.
Zero.
Is Mac Jones still available?
No,
He's been
He got-
gone
he
two
got
Who took
or
Mac
three.
Jones?
The Patriots at 4.
Or the 49ers.
Oh, the
at 3.
49ers.
Yeah, he's gone in all of ours. He went 4 and up.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
an,
like
Like
12
Fields still is
picks
not gone
left.
in my thing.
it's an offensive
Justin
tackle.
Fields has not been
All right, well,
taken
then he's
yet.
going to the football team.
No.
Okay, well,
he's either
yeah,
going
if
to the
Justin Fields is available,
He's either going to the football team or he's going to the freaking Bears because no one else like needs a quarterback that I've gone through this list.
I
on.
promise you, if Fields is there at 19, the Washington
team will trade
football
up for
team
him.
will spontaneously combust.
No, a team would have traded up for him by then.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, at that
all right.
point it would have, but it's just an
All right,
oversight.
speed run.
Bears.
The Bears.
Justin Fields.
All right, in Matt's world, Justin Fields falls to 20.
I actually think in my mock draft, I do have them taking Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yes, O lineman probably.
So Elijah Vera
All right.
Tucker's finally gone
Yes.
for the 100th time.
All right, Coates.
Quiddy Pay. He's still not gone in mine.
That's a good one.
Jason Owa from Penn State.
Okay, so just like a D end.
They need a receiver. They don't really. Well, T.Y. Hilton's back.
He's kind of old.
Michael
not-
Pittman Jr. was decent. And they can get a receiver in the second. So
Yeah.
edge rusher.
All right, Tennessee Titans. They probably need another offensive lineman.
They need an offensive
because
lineman
of-
or a defensive lineman.
because of their last first round offensive lineman they picked played 3 snaps for them. So
I like Samuel Cosme from Texas.
okay,
If the Washington football team doesn't grab him or
I say so.
it's on
They,
the board.
wait, what do they need? The Titans. They
probably
need
offensive lineman, and then
offensive lineman or an edge rusher, right? Because don't they not have one of those?
Yeah, I mean, they signed Vic Beasley, right?
I don't think they'll go.
No, Vic Beasley. They signed him like 2 years ago and he sucked.
They also need
He
a
went-
corner.
Or they signed someone. I don't
They
know.
need a lot of things.
A Greg Newsome, if he's still there. or-
I would say potentially Azeez Ojulari, maybe Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
You could convince me of Landon Dickerson at this point. Like,
That's
Oh,
that's not
you know,
bad.
Landon
It's not
Dickerson's going to the Steelers at 24. In my
Spoilers.
mind. Yeah, spoilers. Sorry.
I'll just
The
say Azeez Ojulari.
New York Football Jets. At 23, they got a new quarterback with their earlier pick.
Alex Leatherwood.
Okay. I like Wyatt Davis. I think people are sleeping on Wyatt Davis. He kind of has really fallen. I saw him like in the 4th round in a couple of mock drafts, which is kind of low in my mind. But yeah, I think anything other than a left tackle on the O-line would be a good investment for them because what's his name was really good. The huge man of a left tackle.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Big
Mekhi
boy.
Becton.
Yes, Mekhi Becton. Thank you. Steelers.
No, I
Oh,
didn't get to go.
my bad.
Asante Samuel Jr.
Ooh, that's spicy. I like that one though. I think he's gonna be good.
They're thin at corner too.
Here's the thing: the Steelers are going to need O-line to back up. 'cause
Landon
they-
Dickerson.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Well, because they lost Pouncey. He retired.
Yeah, they lost Pouncey and they lost Villanueva. So
And they lost one of their guards too.
yeah, like their O line is patchwork. Their O line was already patchwork with those guys. Now it's like falling apart.
I know a lot of Steelers fans think they're going to take Najee. I don't think they'll take. I don't even think if he's there they'll take
I don't-
him.
I don't think
I think
Najee-
they'll go guard or tackle. So
I think there's like 0% chance he's still available at that point.
I could see Alex Leatherwood here too.
Potentially, yeah, but like
Or, yeah, I mean, a lineman, an interior lineman, or
Yeah.
a tackle. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
they need everything but a quarterback at this point. Oh, and a running back. And they have their running
Have a
back.
good running back.
The receivers aren't that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Chark, Chenault. I mean,
I'm
they're-
not huge on Laviska Shenault. I'm not gonna lie to you.
he. I think he's a good. Matt doesn't like gadget players, and he's a good gadget player.
I hate
just
gadget
think-
players too.
I just think
I mean, he's like a half running back,
I
half
like
receiver.
gadget players, but I don't like them as a that dude's a good weapon. No, a gadget player is there in addition to your weapons. He is not one of your weapons.
What defensive
mind.
ends do they have besides Josh Allen? They lost
have
Yannick
nothing.
He
Ngakoue.
looks great in shorts.
Yeah, he does.
Different Josh Allen.
I mean, like I'm looking at this like CBS mock draft, and they have Trayvon Morig going here.
Like the safety.
Yeah,
I can
Okay.
see
because
that.
they just need everything.
This one has Elijah Vera Tucker going.
Elijah Vera
All right.
Please, for the love of God.
beating
Enough.
everyone over the head with Elijah Vera.
Are you
Joe,
looking
did
at
you
the
make a
NFL.com one?
Yes. All right.
Me too.
Cleveland Browns. 26. Who they pick?
Again, I'm going to use CBS to make my pick here. Christian Barmore.
Yeah, this also defensive tackle. Makes sense. I mean, they just re-signed Sheldon Richardson, didn't they? Or did they just release? No, they just
According to
released
this,
Sheldon
they just
Richardson.
cut Sheldon.
Yeah,
Richardson.
my bad.
And like that makes the most sense because you combine Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett, Malik Jackson, and Christian Barmore up there.
Yeah.
Oh my good lord, your top four is ridiculous. Your front four is unstoppable.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Barmore's gone in my mock draft, but I can see that him going here too.
Yep.
All right, Baltimore Ravens.
Well, they have 2 first-round picks now at 27
this
and
has
31.
Rashad Bateman, which makes a lot of sense to me because their receivers are not good and they weren't able to lure any big receivers there, right? Because they tried to get no. Who they signed Sammy Watkins, right?
Yeah,
But I
so you think they'll
He's one Big Mac away from being a tight end.
That's true. You think they'll use 27 on a receiver? Or do you think? I think it's more likely they use 31 on a receiver.
Well, okay. So
'Cause
you
I
look
think
at the
you get
other teams.
Well,
You look at the
the
other
Saints
teams that are
maybe
there,
could
right? So you
steal.
have the Saints, Packers. I guess I would pick before the Packers because the Packers would probably pick receiver.
yeah, but when was the last time the Packers did what they're supposed to do?
That's fair. But I'm just
When was
saying
the last
if
time
you're
the Packers
smart,
actually
I
drafted
think-
to help Aaron
I
Rodgers?
think you would probably, especially like the Saints also could maybe pick a receiver. So, because like they only have Michael Thomas and then you have like
Slant
Traquan
boy.
Smith. You got Slant Boy and then Traquan Smith.
Ridiculous. I don't know at this point. Like we've reached the point where I just don't know.
That's fine.
It gets hard later in the first
Yeah.
two because it's not as obvious.
It gets hard because there's 3 converging realities in which 16 different people.
Elijah Vera
And
Tucker.
at the end of the day, it's
Elijah Vera
always Elijah Vera Tucker, and it always has been. Everything is Elijah Vera Tucker.
All of it is.
Wait, is it Justin Fields still on the board?
No,
No, he
Justin
got
Fields
picked
win at
by-
20 at the Bears.
It's like that meme with the astronaut pointing
Bears.
the gun at the guy, and it's like,
It's
wait,
just a
it's
picture of
just Elijah Vera
It's just
Tucker.
a- it's
Always
just-
has been.
It's just Elijah Vera Tucker floating
No,
in
it's the
space
piece
without a space
It's a
suit.
piece of paper from draft day. That just says
MVP,
Elijah.
no matter what. All right, so the New Orleans Saints, who dat say they gonna pick
Elijah Moore.
probably a defensive end or a
Receiver? They really need receivers.
yeah. But I mean they lost Trey Hendrickson. They have Cam Jordan. It'd be nice to pair someone up with him. They also lost Alex Anzalone and Quan Alexander, so they need a linebacker.
You could argue
So
Zayvon
yeah,
Collins.
Zayvon Collins was maybe
Zayvon
what I was
Collins.
thinking.
As much as I dislike him, I think he'd be a good fit for the Saints.
Here's the thing. It's Sean Payton. Sean Payton loves athletic freak shows, and that's exactly what Zayvon Collins is.
What
He's just-
about
Yeah, like Drew Brees.
What about Nick Bolton?
Ooh,
from Missouri.
That's a good one. He was solid.
he was good, yeah.
the
Like
best SEC linebacker.
If he makes it past the Browns, I can see him going here.
the Browns.
All right, Green Bay Packers. Smart pick a receiver to complement Devontae Adams. I mean, they don't really need anything else. They're really
Their
good.
corners can be spotty at times, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Jair
mind it.
Alexander's good.
But
I don't
they
really.
lost
Kevin King
Kevin-
got wrecked last year,
I
but
think
I don't
they
think he's
cut
that
Jair
bad.
Alexander's the only good one on that bunch right now. And so I would say Asante Samuel Jr.
Okay.
I could see that.
Okay.
who I haven't picked
All right, Buffalo Bills.
This is a tricky one because edge rusher and then offensive lineman. are their two top needs. Matt said,
So like just best offensive lineman available probably, or
Best alignment available.
or if an edge rusher slips,
Yeah, this-
maybe Gregory Rousseau or Jalen Phillips here.
Rousseau would not be bad at this point. I honestly, who did I even have going to the Ravens last time? I don't remember what I said.
I don't know.
Honestly, because if I didn't pick a pass rusher with the Ravens last time, I would say pick Rousseau here because I like Rousseau.
With the Bills.
No. Sorry, with the next Ravens.
Oh, the
pick.
next
I
pick.
thought
No,
we were
no,
on.
no, yeah,
I
no.
thought we were already on to the Ravens.
The Bills will go offensive tackle or
Yeah.
edge rusher.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens, edge rusher.
Also need an edge rusher. So,
right.
So
We made it.
the
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
with the 30-second pick.
This is the most. Okay, there's like a point A to point B, but we went to point Z
Yeah.
underscore like Z17.
yeah.
Like-
Z sub 17.
Yeah. So
Earth 3.
we're on Earth 3. I'm Tyler Shivish, and I'm the fastest man alive.
Not last time I saw you run.
That's fair. I'm kind of limping right now. I hurt my leg. My leg. I hurt my leg. I think they pick. What do they need? They kept literally all their players from the Super Bowl. This one has them taking Greg Rousseau, which I would be such a luxury pick, but anything they pick would be a luxury pick. I think.
I've got a really good one for them.
Who?
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Kyle Trask.
I hate that.
Why?
What did Tom Brady pick? That'd be so
Kyle
awesome
Trask
for
is
Tom
just-
Brady. Dude.
Yeah, I could see them like.
He's from Florida.
Drafting and stashing a quarterback.
He's not that bad either. I would
he's good.
I would
just
not play
think
him
that
immediately.
He literally doesn't stand out.
And
in
he's got like
anything.
a little soul patch.
You
too.
know who I'm gonna say is gonna go here?
Kellen Mond.
Kadarius Toney. I haven't picked him
They
yet.
don't need
I
a
haven't-
receiver.
No. They don't need anything. So why not draft?
They need a quarterback.
Why not draft a gadget? They don't need a cornerback.
Not right now.
Why not draft a gadget guy? They can go out there.
You just said you hated gadget guys.
No. I said I hate gadget guys as one of your actual weapons. If you already have weapons, then you need a gadget guy. They have the weapons. Go get a gadget guy.
Well, they also
Yeah.
just franchise tagged. Didn't they franchise tag Chris Godwin? So he'll probably leave. So you need someone to replace.
Yeah, well,
replace him.
it saves you some money.
For this year, though, I don't know if they're willing to pay him.
I mean,
next year.
Godwin was saying that he was willing to take a pay cut to stay.
So draft Godwin's replacement, and then next year you'll be good. All right.
All right.
We did it.
That was the first official
We did it.
Super Sports Flash podcast mock draft. Remember, everything
had
you heard
several
here is going to
breakdowns.
happen exactly like we said it was.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Elijah
Gonna
Vera
be drafted
Tucker
6 times.
is the pick no matter what. And, thanks all
Episode
for-
19, right?
Yeah, we made it. Woo. We say that every week.
Looks like we made it.
It's the end of the world.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
you're going to get us copyright stricken. Thank you for listening, everyone. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
Peace.